Namaste. Welcome to Powerhouse Tarot. I'm Energy Goddess. Welcome to my Lit Growing Abundant YouTube channel. Here on this YouTube channel, I like to do different spiritually related videos and content. If you enjoy it over here, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, as well as the post notification bell, so you're always alerted when I upload to the channel. So let's get into it, y'all. We got a channel message. This channel message is very intense. I can already feel it. It's about to be real intense. But this is really a good message. I can feel it. It's a good message. But it's something we really need to hear. Yo, literally, like, this is titled, "The Cure is in the Poison." I might even title it, I don't know if I'm going to title it like that, but "The Cure is in the Poison," right? That's literally, like, the message that I wrote down. The cure is in the poison, y'all. First, I want to grab the tarot messages because they told me to grab the tarot messages. So let's grab the tarot messages. Archangel Michael, I actually place a hedge of protection around me in this message. Allow it to go where it needs to go. Archangel Jabril, thank you for helping me to communicate. Archangel Gabriel for the messages from above, so below. Archangel Metatron, Archangel Enoch, thank you for your divine wisdom. Okay, let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. It's like whatever that you've been doing, it's like it's really working out for you. I feel like for the most part, it's really just saying that sometimes you have to go back to the poison in order to cure yourself because so I was doing some studies on I think it was like Greek mythology or something like that. But I was doing some studies and um, literally the message had came to me like you have to take the poison in order to heal yourself, in order to cure yourself of what is killing you on some real shit. It's like the cure is in the poison because it's like the inability to accept oneself is poison. So it's like you have to finally drink that. You have to finally take that medicine. Like, okay, so this is how I feel. Let me drink this. Let me take this medicine, right? Because somehow my cure to feeling this way, right, is in me addressing and accepting how I feel. What is that pains me, right? That's what I'm really getting. But let's get into the tarot messages. I don't want to channel too much on this. Let's just get the tarot messages. They told me to grab the tarot messages here. And then we're going to step into it. Okay. So, yeah. First card out, we got it in Judgment. Right now, you're definitely having a wake-up call, a strong wake-up call in your present energy right now. Not going to hold you. The devil just popped out. Like, it's literally saying, like, whatever tried to harm you or inflict you with something, right? Whatever that was, it was a poison to you, right? And now you have to go back to it in order to find your cure, your healing. Because sometimes we have to figure out why did we do a certain thing? What put us in these situations? Why we feel this type of way, right? We have to really break that down, unpack these things, right? And I feel like the more that you dive into that, because when you see the devil card, right, in general, you know, like, okay, it's reflective of my obsessions, my addictions, my lower nature, right? We all know that, right? But here for this intuitive message that I'm getting, yo, it's like literally like you're going back to the things that harmed you, but not for the sake of regurgitating the past, not for the sake of doing what you've done in the past, but for the sake of understanding of yourself, you know, for the sake of really understanding yourself. It's healing in that. If you don't understand yourself, if you don't accept yourself, how do you overcome it? How do you do something different? All right? So this is powerful, y'all. Eight of Cups, look, in reverse. In the past, it was hard to go up to those things that hurt you, those things that you were obsessed with, those things that just took you to places that you never wanted to go, but you found yourself there, right? How did I get there? How did I get there? How the fuck did I wind up there? Huh? The world, okay? This is more like you completing out a certain goal or a certain lesson in your life, a very important lesson, life lesson, okay? Because right now in your present energy, you're definitely flowing into awakening into your divine purpose, right? Life purpose, right? And as you become more stronger, have more stability in that, right? Your life purpose, the more that you recognize that there's still something that needs to be addressed, right? And that's very significant as far as you learning lessons, these goals, like, in this expansion transit right now that's happening for us. Again, this channel message is like, this was a expansion for us, you know? We thought we were doing one thing, and then now we know, like, we're doing more than even we imagine on some real shit, because it's like the type of lessons that you're learning right now, the type of internal work that you're doing right now is medicine for the soul. It's medicine for the heart. The star, okay? And what you're unaware of, it's like what you're not aware of is the fact that you really like are becoming who you've always been destined to be. You are who you've always been destined to be. The more that you trust the process, your process, the more that things flow beautifully for you, right? Yeah, justice, winning. So see, you're aware of that like, yo, I'm actually winning here. Like, yeah, perfect. I love to see that for us. In our power. What's in our power and influence? What's in our power and influence? Ace of Swords, baby. Because that's the truth. That's the clarity that you needed. You needed truth. That was the clarity that you needed, right? And the beauty in that is that a lot of people don't like the truth, right? But the reality of it is it frees you. The truth always sets you free. Not only that, you get to march with a sense of clarity. Your mind is clear. You're no longer bagged down, by all of your thoughts, things that you know that you're running away from about yourself. You're no longer running away from these things. Like, I'm going to address these things. These are important for me so that I can grow and expand, so I can truly heal. It's one thing to band-aid, tourniquet a situation, but in reality, you're still bleeding out, right? So you want to take care of yourself in a sense of true wellness, right? And I feel like that's so freeing for you right now, on some real shit. Like, you're able to free yourself through this process, okay? We got out the Empress energy in your environment. I feel like there's like literally so much abundance. It's like limitless possibilities. Limitless possibilities, the Empress is saying. Like literally at this point. And we got out the Three of Wands, right? This is the expansion that you needed. Some of us really needed this to dive a little deeper into our trauma, into the poison on some real shit. Because for so long we have been so used to having what we thought was the cure, but really it was repressing everything. And there was a blockage that made it difficult for us to really unpack these things about ourselves, because we were repressing them and covering them up. And the ability for you to see clearly what I need to go about trying to fix and repair within my heart, within my mind, for the most part, right? Because you got the swords. That's always the mind, you know? And without your mind, what good are you, right? Let's get the outcome here for this message. Okay, I love it. In a rebirth. La Santimisa. Okay? La Santísima Meta. Let's get it. We got the beautiful rebirth coming out here, y'all. Okay? The beautiful rebirth. Bottom of the deck energy is in the Magician in reverse. But I'm going to read it upright. It's in the Magician, like quite literally. Chariot, follow behind that. I feel like you're being guided right now towards this beautiful rebirth. You're nurturing something new. It's like if you ever felt you had a cure and you had a handle on things, it's like you dive in deeper into your pain, into your heart, into the things that's caused suffering, all of these things, right, in your heart. The more that you dive into that space, right, the more that you're able to rebirth like a new cure or something. I want to call this like a new cure. Like if you thought it was a cure, you have fixed something. Like this is like the 2.0 version of it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Where you are right now. Like because you've done so much work, right? And spirit is really like wanting you to know how important it is, the steps that you've been making, right? And what you've been doing. You have like all major messages out here. The Star, the Justice, Judgment, the World, Empress, the Death card, like the Devil, right? All major messages, right? Things that you're working on within you. The Star is very significant because that's you. But first you had to go back to what had killed you so you could live again, have the rebirth. Because it was killing you, these secrets. When we keep secrets or we keep things bottled up as if not to address it until that perfect moment, it creates scars. It creates scars. And you had to go back and repair all of this stuff. And so that was the tough battle between self, within self, right? That you were undergoing, you know? I need you to know, hand claps to you because that's challenging. That's difficult. That's something that a lot of people don't want to do. All right? Page of Swords. Not going to lie. People don't walk around here trying to, come up with like something even better that works. Like most people, when they got something that fixes something, they leave it at that. Like what's the saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So a lot of people won't fix the things, right? Even though they know it's kind of broken, right? And that's us in general, right? So it's like we have to take on, the accountability, the responsibility that's needed for the soul, and that's what I really feel like, this message was all about, us going back to the poison, because it was a cure in that. The cure was in the poison. Like quite literally. Page of Swords was like all of the maliciousness, the harm, the whether it was self-imposed or inflicted by someone else, right? It was going back to that. That shit was painful, y'all. To figure out, okay, well, where was my accountability and what was I doing, right? And what was I doing? Let me take a closer look at that, cause hey, you know what I'm saying? You know, and it's beautiful, y'all, where we are, you know, getting this message. I love y'all so much. I'm so happy for all of us, truly. Look at us. I release all criticism. They not playing with us right now. Holy Spirit's not playing, all right? I only give out that which I wish to receive in return. My love and acceptance of others is mirrored to me in every moment. So it's like you're going about this life, you're seeing all of this criticism, and then you realize, yo, I've been criticizing people too. I've been in my own judgments have been holding me back from my own growth and abundance, right? There's nobody that can be accountable for us. We have to do that, right? I love and approve of myself, right? This is also us, those of us getting this channel message like, yo, you very independent. You're the type of person that you do a lot of things on your own. You don't really need a lot of people to help you do things. You're very, very, I want to say, hyper independent. You know what I'm saying? But it's in that you realize you've held a lot of criticism against yourself, right? And through that hyper independence, it says, I appreciate all that I do. I am good enough just as I am. I speak up for myself. I ask for what I want and I claim my power. Okay? So this is like you really stepping into your power, because a lot of times things that might have happened in the past was because you might have allowed it, right? Allowed it meaning you didn't speak up for yourself, right? And so now things have changed, okay, within you, within your uploads. Okay, system check reset. Okay. Yeah, it's powerful. It's powerful. And the thing is for some of us, it's I feel like it's just been harder for some than others. I'm just gonna say it like that. You know what I'm saying? But everything that felt like you had lost, you really were gaining something, because when I tell you that the cure is in the poison, and so now this upgrades everything within you to now be on this type of time. You know what I'm saying? On some real shit. Like this really elevates you and take you to another level. Okay? Let's get a card for the outcome. It's in the Temperance. Okay? Outcome, rebirth, temperance, energy. Okay? I'm loving this for us. This is really us standing in moderation. If it's too hot, you get too deep and it's too much, know when to come out. You don't have to take on all of your shadow work, all of your inner work, all of the work you're doing on right away. You don't, do this shit in moderation, y'all, because y'all some strong ass spiritual warriors, and it's intense. And you need to know that it's challenging, it's difficult. A lot of people don't make it out of this shit, like on some real shit. And the fact that you have your mind, your sanity, because the reason why you haven't gone completely batshit crazy like a lot of these people on their spiritual journey is because you use truth to be your compass, your guide. Okay? A lot of them just seeking knowledge, not looking for truth, right? And so the fact that you're on a truth mission, this deeply relates to your inner mission, the inner things that you want to do, right, with yourself. And as long as you're standing in truth, promise you'll always land where you need to, on your feet, right? Yeah, the Emperor. It's really good vibes up in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, new strategy right now. Like, change it up. Doing something different. 2.0. Right? The cure was in the poison. You ain't got to go back to drink the poison, but you got to go back to it to find out how to get the cure out of it. And so in that, you might have to taste some of that. You might have to take some of that. You see what I'm saying? That's a part of case study. But at the end of the day, in temperance and moderation and harmony with yourself, it's not going back to it to stay there, to stay stuck, but to more so understand the psychology of where you were. Because how do you truly heal and nurture those aspects that you've been repressing and holding back, right, from yourself, if nobody else? Because I feel like people see more through us than we want to admit. You know what I'm saying? We want to believe that people don't see us or we're so clothed but we're transparent. People like, I don't know, that maybe it's just me because I'm a reader, I'm intuitive, I'm empathic, all of these things that help me better be able to see, right? But I think that for the most part that these are gifts that a lot of us have, whether we acknowledge them or not, right? And you have a big heart, you know what I'm saying? You're a wonderful person. Those of us getting these readings, like, for real, this channel message is really a different vibe. I love y'all so fucking much, like, for real, y'all. I love reading for y'all because y'all energy be really on point when it comes to ascension. Let's get one of these messages from the soul. I really do. Is there anything else of significance? Your healing isn't by the book. It's saying by the book. Your healing doesn't go by the book. Your healing goes when you're ready to do something. You set the precedence. You set the time, the standard, all of that, right? Is there anything else that the soul would like us to know? Blessed and highly favored. Okay. Number 22, very significant. I love y'all so much. Let me know how y'all like this message down below. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Peace.